Dear students, welcome to one more new video of social science. In this video, let us see key answers of social science model question paper which was released by Kseeb for the year 2021 and 2022. First main, 4 choices are given for each of the following questions are incomplete statements. Only one of them is correct or the most appropriate. Choose the correct answer and write the complete answer along with its letter of the alphabet. The one who implemented subsidiary alliance system was Dalhousie, Wellesley, Cornwallis, William Bentinck. Correct answer is option B, Wellesley. The leader who revolted against the British in Kanpur, Mangal Pandey, Dondiya Wagh, Nana Sahib, Bahadur Shah II. Correct answer is option C, Nana Sahib. Human Rights Day is celebrated on 10th December, 15th March, 6th June, 11th July. Correct answer is option A, 10th December. The movement opposing Kaiga nuclear power plant was led by Dr. Shivram Karant, Sundarlal Bahuguna, Kusuma Swarabha, Professor M.D. Nanjundaswamy. Correct answer is option A, Dr. Shivram Karant. Mookanayaka periodical was started by Mahatma Gandhi, Bala Gangadhar Tilak, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jyotiba Phule. Correct answer is option C, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. The place that receives the least rainfall in India is Roili, Mawsynram, Agumbe, Kudremukh. Correct answer is option A, Roili. The true development of India is the development of its villages, was stated by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, Jawaharlal Nehru, Amartya Sen, Mahatma Gandhi. Correct answer is option D, Mahatma Gandhi. The founder of Wipro is Ajim Premji, Narayan Murthy, Pratap Reddy, Kiran Mazumdar Shah. Correct answer is option A, Ajim Premji. Second main, answer the following questions in a sentence each. What was the effect of Shah Alam II giving Kora and Allahabad to Marathas? This resulted in the enmity between the Marathas and the British. Why was the Vernacular Press Act passed? Vernacular Press Act was enacted to curb the independence of the independent press. What is disarmament? Disarmament is the direct process available to bring down the number of arms or elimination of certain arms. What are included in social security? Housing, health, water, food, drinking water, equal opportunity to work and others. What is mango shower? Convectional rain occurs in Kerala that helps the mango crop is known as mango shower. How is red soil formed? They are formed from the weathering of granite, gneiss and other crystalline rocks. What is decentralization of power? Providing administrative power and the responsibility of developing the village to people themselves is called decentralization. Who is the father of White Revolution? Verghese Kurian is the father of White Revolution. Answer the following questions in 2 to 4 sentences or points each. Fall of Constantinople led to the discovery of new sea route to India? Justify. In 1453, the Ottomans captured the city of Constantinople. As a result, all the trade routes connecting the city of Constantinople came under the control of Turks. The Turks started levying too many taxes on the goods passing through these routes. As a result, trade became unprofitable. Meanwhile, Spain and Portugal were attempting to break the monopoly of Italian traders. They started encouraging enterprising sailors to find a new sea route to India. How was Junagarh merged in Indian Union? The Nawab of Junagarh had signed the agreement to join the state of Pakistan. His citizens revolted against him and flooded the streets. The king fled from the kingdom. The Diwan requested Indian government to send military forces to Junagadh to maintain law and order. Later, Junagadh joined Indian Federation in 1949. What are the aims of Indian foreign policy? National security, enriching national economy, spreading the cultural richness of our country in other countries, by increasing the number of friendly countries and check the power of enemy countries, achieving world peace and coexistence. Or what were the major problems that emerged after the World War II? Human rights denial, arms race, economic inequality, apartheid, terrorism. Why was Narmada Bachao Andolana started? The huge dam built across the river Narmada in Gujarat under Sardar Sarovar project displaced local tribal people. As scientific studies found that the dam would affect the ecological balance of the area, the people agitated against the dam under the leadership of Medha Patkar. Or differentiate division of economic labor and social labor. The division of economic labor goes with the technical and people's cooperation. The division of social labor achieves social control through class, status, and stratification. Peninsular plateau has played an important role in the economic development of the country. How? Peninsular plateau is rich in minerals, thick forests, and biodiversity. It has influence on southwest monsoon and it is covered with black soil, which is useful for agriculture. The Western Ghats are the birthplace of many South Indian rivers which are useful for the generation of hydroelectricity. It is also well known for hill stations such as Ooty. List out the causes for destruction of forest. The expansion of agricultural land, construction of roads and railway, irrigation projects, industrialization, urbanization, overgrazing, forest fires. These are the causes for the destruction of forest. National income is not suitable to measure the economic development of the country. Why? Economic progress in a country will be slower if the population expands along with the increase in national income. Hence, national income is not suitable to measure the economic development of the country. What are the main objectives of Consumer Protection Act of 1986? The Act accords importance for safety and quality, avoiding production and sale of dangerous goods, prevention of trade malpractices in the market, supervision on quality, weights, measures, price, compensating the consumers in case of any problem arising as a result of trade, creating awareness to the consumers through consumer education. Fourth main, answer the following questions in 6 sentences or points each. Question number 25. Explain the impact of British education in India. Indians could develop modernity, secularism, democratic attitudes. Impetus was received for the local literature and languages. This facilitated unity in thinking process among the educated class. Periodicals started emerging. New social and religious reformation movements emerged. The thoughts of J.S. Mill, Rousseau, and Montesquieu brought fresh thinking. The freedom struggle that were taking place across the globe influenced the Indians. Indians could understand and appreciate their rich tradition. What were the effects of Third Anglo-Mysore War? Treaty of Srirangapatna. The British were successful in inserting unfavorable conditions in order to weaken Tipu Sultan. Tipu was forced to part with half of his kingdom. He was forced to pay 3 crores rupees as war damage free. He had to pledge 2 of his children as a guarantee against the payment. He was also forced to release the prisoners of war. The British withdraw the combined army from Srirangapatna. Or what were the programs of non-cooperation movement? Boycotting schools and colleges and courts, boycotting elections to regional legislative bodies held according to 1919 Act, returning all the honors and medals given by the British, nominated members to the local bodies resigning from their membership, boycotting all the government functions, boycotting all foreign goods. What are the preachings of Brahma Samaj? Advocated monotheism, opposed meaningless rituals. Every person should live with dignity and no law or ritual should violate this provision. Brahma Samaj intended to assure equality to women and by opposing polygamy. It advocated for a share in property to honor dignity of life to widow. It also opposed child marriage. Brahma Samaj declared that one can take good thing from anywhere. It also declared that Upanishads and Vedas are advocated these principles. Explain the relationship between India and Russia. India has cordial relationship with Russia. It had similar relationship with Union Soviet Socialist Russia. Even though India followed non-aligned policy, it had good relationship with Russia in the field of economics, politics and other areas. USSR had opposed China's invasion of India in 1962. During the Goa liberation in 1961, USSR had supported India at UNO. USSR had supported the Tashkent Agreement between India and Pakistan in 1966. In 1971, India and USSR signed an agreement of 20 years for peace and cooperation. USSR had supported for the establishment of Bhilai and Bokaro steel plants. India has taken major support from Russia to improve its industries and technology. Russia has extended support to India's quest for permanent seat in the UN Security Council. Explain the legal measures undertaken to eradicate untouchability. The Article 17 prohibits untouchability. Untouchability Offences Act 1955, Protection of Civil Rights Act 1976. According to this act, practice of untouchability is a crime. Universal right to vote and participate in elections. Reservation has been given in the field of education and employment for SC and ST along with backward classes. The SC and ST Act of 1989 has given some specific responsibilities for the government in the eradication of untouchability. Industries are located in few places only. Why? Supply of raw materials, supply of power, transport and communication facilities, market facilities, capital, labor and water supply, ideal climate, government policies. Explain the effects of landslide, blocking of roads, railway lines, burying of human settlement and vegetation, loss of life and property, roads blocking. Or explain the importance of transport. The development of all factors of human activities, namely the primary sector, the secondary sector, and the tertiary sector, to develop resources and agriculture, promotes industrial progress, widen the market, increases internal external trade, provides employment, raises the income and standard of living of the people, encourages tourism, helps defense. Mention the key features of Panchayat Raj system. A three-tier structure of district, taluk, village, panchayat with the Gram Sabha as foundation, direct and periodic elections, reservation of seats for SC and ST, backward classes and women, provision of major financial and administrative responsibilities, budget and audit requirements, provision for executive support staff, strict procedure for dissolution, suppression of panchayat and mandatory election within 6 months of dissolution. Or mention the objectives of economic development: increasing income, attaining equality, reducing poverty, unemployment and inequality, conserving resources and environment, enhancing overall welfare of all. What are the functions of bank? Accepting deposits from public and others, lending money to public and other institutions, transferring money from one place to another, collecting money on check, draft and bills, discounting of bills, hiring safe deposit lockers, conducting foreign exchange transactions, keeping valuables in safe custody, issuing letters of credit and guarantee, conducting government transactions. Or what are the functions of entrepreneur? Entrepreneur starts business activity by preparing various plans relating to business. He organizes factors of production. He takes a decision about product, technology, marketing, employment. He coordinates things effectively. He introduces new methods into practice. He handles budget of his concern. He bears risk and uncertainty. He gives directions to the business firm and ensures its effective operation. Fifth main, answer the following questions in about 8 sentences or point each. Question number 34, explain the achievements of Subhash Chandra Bose in freedom struggle. He became popular as Netaji. He engaged himself in organizing the Indians residing outside India. He toured many cities like Vienna, Berlin, Rome, Istanbul. He founded the Congress Socialist Party. He became the president of Haripur Convention of Indian National Congress with the support of Gandhiji. He quit Congress and founded Forward Bloc. He opposed the British war preparation. The British government arrested Subhash Chandra Bose and put him under house arrest. He escaped from the house arrest and reached Germany. He organized the prisoners of war from India. He broadcasted his speeches over Azad Hind Radio to Indians. Ras Bihari Bose had founded India Independence League in Tokyo of Japan. He was calling its military wing as Indian National Army. Bose called for Delhi Chalo on this occasion. Subhash Chandra Bose died in airplane crash. Explain the role of moderates in freedom struggle. Traditionally, the first 20 years of Indian National Congress is called as the age of moderates. W.C. Banerjee, M.G. Ranade, Surendranath Banerjee, Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopal Krishna Gokhale were the major moderate leaders. Moderates had faith in the rule of British and judiciary. They used to table their demands with the framework of the constitution through prayers and request. They tried to bring in political awareness among the people. They organized public meetings, discussed various burning issues and submitted memorandums to the government. They submitted memorandum demanding cutting down of military expenditure, development of industries, providing good education and programs for poverty alleviation. Or explain the factors responsible for the failure of 1857 revolt. It did not cover every part of India. It was mainly concerned on the issues of the rights of kings and queens rather than liberation of the country. As it was not a planned mutiny, there were many unexpected results. The unity among the British and the disunity among the Indian soldiers resulted in its failure. The mutiny lacked direction and leadership. The soldiers also lacked discipline and organizing skills. The Indian soldiers lacked military strategies, planning capabilities, and soldiering skills. The freedom fighters lacked a definite aim. Many of the Indian kings extended their loyalties to the British and did not support the freedom fighters. The plundering and other crimes committed by the Sipais made them to lose the faith of common people. What are the measures taken to improve the status of women in India? Women and Child Development Department. The government seeks to improve the status, health and education of the women. Many programs have been implemented to curb child marriage system, Dowry Prohibition Act. Compulsory education are implemented as a means of empowering women. The government of Karnataka has implemented Stri Shakti programs. Various cooperative formations like Stri Shakti, self-help groups, association of self-help groups have been formed. Women's commission have been established at national and state level to address the various issues of women. Attempts are made to provide reservations at state, national, legislative bodies. Women reservation has already been provided at the local bodies. Women reservation is also provided in government recruitments. List out the different kinds of farming practiced in India. Subsistence farming, intensive farming, commercial farming, mixed farming, plantation farming, dry farming, humid farming, irrigation farming. Sixth main, question number 38. Draw an outline map of India and mark the following in it. 82.5 degree east longitude, Bakranangal project, river Narmada, Vishakhapatnam. A. 82.5 degree east longitude. B. Bakranangal project. C. River Narmada. D. Vishakhapatnam.